Hey guys, how you doing? Just want to talk to you about my 20-gallon extra tall tank. It's been already cycling for 3 days. The ammonia process already has started. It's at 0.75 ppm, which is good. I'm very happy with it. If you saw in my previous video, one of my rocks is from my 55-gallon sump, and it has some sponges, had some life, some copepods, stuff like that. And I put it in this tank to start cycling, and some of that stuff has already died off, so I'm very happy with that because the ammonia process has started. But you know, the nitrogen cycle in the marine aquarium is essentially the same as freshwater aquariums. You know, it's a chain reaction in nature resulting in the birth of various types of nitrifying bacteria. And you know, each nitrifying bacteria goes from ammonia to nitrite to nitrate, and when one bacteria dies, another bacteria grows and turns from ammonia to nitrite, and then that bacteria dies, and then another bacteria grows that goes from nitrite to nitrate. Okay, and those are the phases that the saltwater aquarium goes through. And once your nitrate has become close to zero as possible, almost undetectable, it can become undetectable, but most likely it won't. Not at this stage. Pretty much from the beginning, you know, the cycle, it doesn't go directly to zero. And if it does go to zero, it's because you have done nothing in about 2 or 3 months. You just set it and forget it, and at that point, yes, it'll become zero, truly zero, undetectable. That's a true dedicated let's put it this way. That person will be just completely dedicated to be patient. You know, just set the rocks to cure for about 2 or 3 months and make sure that it will be completely cycled. But even so, you know, it also depends on the quality of your tap water. If you actually make your own, you know, if depends on if you're starting fresh and you have a ROD unit, or if you if you haven't changed your filters and you're starting a second tank, you know, the quality from then, if your TDS is not at zero, that can also affect it. You know, if you go to your local fish store, if you buy water, that can also affect the nitrogen cycle. If you go to Walmart per se, if you was to get purified water, you know, quality of water is major key in this hobby, and it all starts from there in order to become stable. The quality of water, that's the major, most important thing in this hobby. You know, people say it's the rock, people say it's the brand of salt, people say it's the filtration, people say how much copepods you have. Now, to me, in my opinion, it's the quality of water. The more pure you can get it, the better. And if you keep it at a constant, you know, even from stage 1, like I'm doing right now, cycling my nitrogen cycle, it can increase the wait time. It can decrease the wait time, and you can start within the hobby a lot sooner, you know. So that's something to think about. That's something I highly tell everybody. Quality of water is the most important thing, because I've been through ups, I've been through downs, I became impatient, I've made a whole bunch of mistakes in the 5 years of experience with my 29-gallon to my 55-gallon. I have a few friends that has done some mistakes, you know, people from Facebook that we all made a Hudson Valley Marine Club, and you know, everybody says different things, but from my experience, see, that's the most important about doing research, is that yes, you can get facts, and facts are facts. You cannot deny facts, but a lot of people also talk, and a lot of people really don't know nothing. And to me, certain points, experience of what one person goes through from one tank to another, or from the first tank to begin with, experience affects everything. And patience is key. Patience is key. You know, when I started my first 29, I made the mistake of putting my first fish within 2 weeks, not even knowing anything about nitrogen cycle. I was just told, wait a couple of weeks and put the first fish. And I did just that. And you know what? My first tank, as I began, you know, I left the lights on all the time. I'm only leaving the lights on now just for you guys. But, you know, I left the lights on all the time during the nitrogen cycle, you know, this and that. I developed hair algae way before time, nutrients, you know, it was just bad. It was just bad. Always do your research and be patient. If you're not sure, ask people and ask more people. Make sure that whatever your question is, that the answer is always leading to the same thing. If you have somebody telling you one thing within that same question, you have somebody else telling you something else within that same question. So now it's not consistent. Do more research. Okay? Do more research until you start getting results. And by getting results is by getting consistent answers. And that's how I learned. I learned the hard way. And it cost me a lot of time, a lot of maintenance, a lot of money. So do things the right way. And patience is key. You just, you know, you just start and wait. The waiting process is hell. Believe it. You want to put your first inverts, you want to put your first coral, you want to put your first fish as soon as possible. You start doing research, you get excited, you want to jump time, and you start making mistakes. Be patient, because right now this is only 3 days, you know, and I have to wait until the ammonia cycle has gone to 0 so that the nitrate cycle can start. And you know what? I'm just gonna let it be. I'm just gonna let it be. I'll just test every single day and check my parameters and see where I go, and then I'll let you guys know when I finish my ammonia process, and we'll talk about the nitrate process. Okay? So be patient, because if you're not patient, you're going to run into a lot of mistakes and a lot of errors. Okay? Be patient, because you have no other choice. You want to do this right? Be patient. Anyways, so that is my first update. I know I'm babbling around, you know, this and that, so I'm just going to cut it here. But that's just my recommendation. That's just my best tip that I can give to you and to anybody. Just be patient and have good quality of water. Always. From the very beginning. From the get-go. Because even in nature, billion years ago, water had to set at a certain parameter in order for life to begin. So keep that in mind. Think of nature, how it started, and wait as nature can come to you. Alright? So stay reefing. because that's the only way we stay alive. Until the next update. Later, YouTube.